just after I finished the JP data download video, 2 minutes before I actually posted it, they had just done the global one. So this is the global data download video. Here I'm going to include whatever information I missed in the first one, and I'm going to discuss a little bit about the banners. Should you or should you not summon? I want to provide a few thoughts on the banners in terms of coins and whatnot. I have not done a character coin video yet. I will save that for once the part 2 banner begins, because once the part 2 banners come out, then all 4 banners coin characters will be available at the same time. I figured it's better to do it that way rather than waiting or doing separate ones for part 1 and part 2. So 572 megabytes. Let's just first go through all the data download stuff, and then we'll discuss my thoughts on the banners. Speaking of, let's start with the big news on the banners. So global versus JP. Here's global, here's JP. Global, JP, global, JP, global, JP, global, JP. Can you spot the difference? Yeah. So they have decided to not give us another carnival character. Instead, they have switched over to the ultimate Gohan. Now, I consider this a downgrade in every sense. I would have preferred, honestly, Omega, because Omega is a carnival character, and I guess that's the closest thing to Gogeta in terms of equivalent value, although not really. In all honesty, like I said in my other video, I think Jiren would have been nice here, but because JP hasn't had that unit return, that would have been violating the natural order. But anyway, Gohan is definitely a downgrade. It does hurt the value, in my opinion, of this banner quite significantly, because now looking at the main 5 featured characters, the only ones that really matter right now would be the Broly and the Gohan. That's not to say that the Trunks is not good. I do think that the Trunks is still decent. I know a lot of people disagree with that. I still think that the Trunks has his place. However, it is not on the same level as these newer characters. Hard-hitting unit right here, hard-hitting unit right here. This guy does not compare, and he has his own issues. So yeah, I don't know if this is going to be as compelling of a summon for global players, especially considering a lot of global players are probably bleeding dry right now. Bleeding dry, is that the phrase? Bleeding in terms of their wallets. So yeah, Carnival might be a little bit of a skip for some people, unfortunately. Even though the Gohan is very, very good, some people are really going to have to penny pinch given what's been happening. So let me know what you guys think about the Gohan change here. I know a lot of people are probably not going to be too thrilled about that, and it is going to make for some very frustrating summons. But yeah, you know what? We'll come back to this. We'll talk about the summons afterwards. Let's finish up the rest of the data downloads. So here are the animations. I'm just going to manually slide through it myself. The cut-ins are as follows. We got Videl on crack. Then we've got Trunks and Goten. Then we've got That's so cute. I love this. Look at him. Look at Goten looking at his older brother with admiration. That's so adorable. And then you've got the family Kamehameha. You could at least have it point the right way. Come on. It's a Kamehameha going to the top right, and these guys are going to the top left. Come on. And then that's it. The sprites are all the same. Nothing's changed there. The crack animations have changed. 2 of them. They brought in Broly right here in the ICU, and then they have the Broly where he's just, cranky. So that's it. Again, same criticism that some people will have. Not really new summon animations, because, honestly, the flying in character, that needs to change. It's the Holy Trinity animations that need to change to really call it summon animations, but whatever. These are cut-ins. I frankly don't care, because to me, it's just summons. Like, it's not something that I'm going to be cherishing for the rest of my life. I'm going to get the characters, I'm going to get out. I mean, it doesn't matter. Global is also going to be getting tickets, as we got during part 1, so you can call this a global W. Given how many banners we've been getting on global, I think a lot of people are probably going to utilize this option this time, spending some money to get tickets to summon without having to burn their Dragon Stones. If you're one of those people, I wish you all the best of luck. From what I remember during part 1, the regular Dokkan Festival tickets and the Carnival tickets came from the first 2 levels, or the first 2 tiers of ticket packs. And then in order to unlock the premium one, you had to get to tier 3. And that was a pretty expensive endeavor. I think all in all, I ended up spending around, was it $200 US to buy every single ticket pack available? So maybe for some of you, just buying tier 1 might be enough. I think it's better for those of you who do spend on this sort of thing. If you're going to do a summon, do the tier 1 pack. If that's enough to do a multi, do it. If you pull the character, you might just stop right there, right? I think one pickup is honestly enough. So be careful if you guys are going to be using these, but in general, my ticket summons have not been good recently. Looking at the missions here, so everything is the same. Ooh, I do want to point out though, the medals. So like I said in the previous video, banner's going to be dropping September 13th, 7 p.m. PDT. So that is still a day and a half away. That is going to be dropping 2 hours after the global daily reset. That's going to be 11 hours after the JP daily reset. Check your own Dokkan Wiki link. Just click the link in the description. It'll tell you exactly what time it starts for you. Looking at the characters' medals, so obviously the Dokkan Festival character requires more of the new medals. 70 medals required from him. 35 of the new medals required for the Gohan, and then 35 required for the Videl. So in total, you need 140 of these new medals, which is absurd, which is why these Dokkan Awakening support campaign things are an absolute godsend. Even if you're not summoning, even if you got shafted, definitely get all of these missions done. By doing all of these, assuming you clear all of these missions in one go, you will be able to earn 70 medals for the new Broly event, and then you will cover all of the medals needed for the Broly in general, the 21 purple hair Broly and the 14 Goku medals, and then you will also cover almost half of the family Kamehameha medals needed for the Gohan. So a lot of the work is already going to be done. Essentially, all that will be left over is that you're going to have to farm out 70 more medals of Broly and 49 medals of the family Kamehameha. So let's do the math here. Stage 5, stage 5, stage 5, stage 5. All of these can be done in one go. So assuming that you do, you're going to be getting 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus the extra 7 from actually, completing the event. That's 28 medals from stage 5, and then clearing stage 1. That's the rest of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus the extra 7, 6. 6 times 7 is 42. 42 plus 28 is 70. And then all of these take care of the Broly. That's the Goku. 7, 7, 7 is 21 family Kamehameha, leaving you with 49 left over. I've already pre-farmed all the family Kamehameha medals, so all I'm going to have to do is do 10 more runs of the Broly event once these missions are through, which will be annoying, but you know what? Occasionally, if I have the power level bonus, it does make my life a whole lot easier and makes the event go a lot faster. So that's cool. Going over the other missions, everything should be exactly the same. The new link level boosted event, I'm assuming based on the fact that we have 12 runs to complete all the missions, I think it's going to be like the other ones where it's going to be divided into 2 stages. Each stage can be done up to twice per 7-day interval. So assuming you can clear 4 stages per session, that would be 4 plus 4 plus 4, getting you to 12. So over a 3-week span, that should work, right? 13th to the 20th, 20th to the 27th, 27th to the 3rd. That's exactly right. So I'm pretty sure that's how it is. Cool. Then we've got the memorable battles missions. So clear without using any items, win with every single type on the team. They can be done separately, but definitely do these. There's no rush. These don't go away until 2037. So that will be what? Dokkan's 22nd anniversary. So if you can't get these done by the 22nd anniversary, maybe you don't deserve it. So you got some time on those. And then we've got the new blue zone. We've already talked about this. 4 tickets. We got missions with joined forces. We got missions within 10 turns. And we have to clear it with full power on stage 5. So stage 6 and 7 will be dropping during part 3. Will they do more? There are plenty more movies with movie heroes involved. So maybe they don't just stop at 6 and 7. Maybe they go further. Maybe they make part 3 the challenge event heavy part of the celebration because there wouldn't be a new summonable character. Maybe. We'll have to wait and see. So that's it for the missions. Looking through Proton's info here. I don't think there's anything worth noting. Looking at the images, yep, it's all the new stuff. Promo movie. Everything else is cool. Yeah. Everything else should be the same. So that pretty much covers all the data download stuff and everything that I've missed. Now let's discuss the banners. Should you or should you not summon? If you're a JP player, then you guys are on a far less, you have far less of an issue in terms of Dragonstone budgets right now. So this is mainly focused towards the global players. JP players, this is definitely a good banner because you got Broly, you got Gohan, you got Gogeta. 3 of the main 5 here are really good. So that is going to make this banner look a whole lot better for you. But global players, let's talk about the situation for you guys. First of all, the Carnival banner got a massive downgrade with the Gohan being here. And a valid point, this Broly functions a lot like the Part 1 Broly. So if you already have one of the 2 Brolys, then one might consider the possibility of skipping this banner. Unfortunately, that might not even be an option. That might just be what has to happen for some of you, considering what's been happening on global. But once again, I would like to remind you all that while we are in the middle of a worldwide celebration that a lot of people will argue is not that great, these units will be back along with the 9th anniversary characters in 4.5 months. This is probably the 50th time that I'm reminding you of this because I want people to be aware these units will be back. And for the one and only time in Dokkan's history on global, we only have to wait 6 months as opposed to a year for these characters to come back. That's the big downside of skipping worldwide under normal circumstances, but this is not normal. Global players have the one rare privilege of having these units come back within 6 months. In fact, it would be more like 4.5 months because it's at the end of January that the 10-year anniversary begins on JP. And obviously, since we are now officially unified, according to them, we will also be getting that on global. So in 4.5 months, these units will be coming back along with AGL Broly and from 9th anniversary, Beast Gohan, the Gammas, the Gogeta, and then the part 1 characters from worldwide, LR Gogo Trunks and LR Tech Broly. Everybody's going to come back. So if you have a good team, or if you have a decent selection of extreme class characters, and maybe you coin and pick up the Hirudegarn or the Super Saiyan 3 Goku, both, by the way, I do think are good pickups. I will do a separate video on that. If you have a couple of decent teams, it might be worth considering skipping completely. And also, don't forget, you will have your rainbow tickets for those of you who qualified for it. Now, let me point out what that means. Qualifying for rainbow tickets has to do with memorial stones. In order to buy the rainbow tickets, I did this in a separate video, but there are rainbow tickets that are normally listed in between the tickets and the Goku right here. And in order to buy them, you have to spend 5 memorial stones. Each memorial stone is given to a player who consumes 50 dragon stones throughout the year. So each one of those tickets, those rainbow tickets, would cost you 5. You can buy up to 21 of those, giving you 3 7-unit multis with no GSSR. They're basically like free weekend summons, or basically 21 singles is actually a more accurate description. So if you spend 105 memorial stones, which is the equivalent of a little over 5,000 dragon stones being consumed over the last year, you can buy 21 chances at getting a single on either the part 2 banners or the part 1 banners. So that is also an opportunity for you guys to maybe get away with pulling one of the 2 units. People have done it, so maybe you could too. If you don't have enough memorial stones to pick up those rainbow tickets, you could either use whatever stones you have to buy those tickets and do singles, or you could focus on picking up 50 of these tickets to get the guaranteed 20 SSR pickups from those special banners, which I already did videos for. So there are still other ways right now to do it. Granted, they are very low in probability, but it's better than nothing. So yeah, I really don't think that some people are going to even be summoning on the Gohan, which is unfortunate because this character is going to be fun to use. But that's just the harsh reality of global. Like, they did not do a good job with global and managing all of these banners and with all of the stones to make up for it. It just really didn't add up. So if you were summoning on every single banner, you might have hit that wall. Just count your blessing that these units will be back far sooner than they would normally be. Imagine if this happened during a celebration where, for whatever reason, worldwide wouldn't come back until next year in the summer. You would have to wait a full year to even appreciate these characters. Not the case. Only 4.5 months. So if you want to skip, go ahead, skip. You don't have to necessarily have everybody right away. There are other good characters. They have proven that they can give some good EZAs. Universe 7 is a shining example of that. The Universe 7, LR, UI Goku, and Royal Blue Vegeta can steamroll basically all of the events right now. So if you have those two, do you even need these characters? Little food for thought. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on the banner discussion. Do you agree or disagree with my takes on whether you should or should not summon? And by the way, once again, for the coin discussion, the only 2 characters I think are worth picking up from these would be Hirudegarn and the AGL Super Saiyan 3. Hirudegarn is a good movie boss fill-in for an expanding roster of extreme class characters. Super Saiyan 3 Goku is a great unit for Majin Buu Saga, one of the premier categories right now, courtesy of Golden Week. So both are good pickups if you're not even summoning. But let me know what you guys think about my banner discussion. Let me know what you guys think about the summon animations. Let me know what you guys think about the banner release time. Is that good for you? Is it bad for you? If there's anything else that I missed, feel free to check out the pinned comment and let me know in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more dope content in the future and click the notification bell so that you know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned, and ours to Dokkan responsibly.